Hello, good morning all. I am Monisha M, Assistant Professor, Soundarya College of Law. The topic I would be explaining today will be on credit creation. It's applicable for both BCom LLB and BA LLB, second sem. So here, what do you mean by credit control? Credit control means the control which is done by the RBI. So here there are some main points to remember in credit control. Credit control is an important tool which is used by the RBI to control the monetary policies of the demand and supply of money, and it helps in the economic development and stability. So, to maintain the economic development stability in the economy, this credit control is being done by the RBI. It monitors the commercial bank who mainly concentrate on the organization, such kind of business people. So, it is a very important measure which is taken by the RBI to keep a track on the credit. Now, we saw what is the meaning of credit control. Next topic is on methods of credit control. So, here comes two main methods of credit control. One is quantitative method. Second point is the main heading, that is qualitative methods. Here the question might turn out in two different ways. Either they might ask explain the qualitative methods, or they might ask explain the selective methods. Selective methods. So students, you should not get confused when they ask a 6 marks question like explain the selective methods of credit control. It is same as the qualitative methods. So these are the two main methods below methods of credit control. Now let me explain what do you mean by quantitative method. The name quantitative method itself suggests that it is the quantity of credit. The quantity of credit that is being controlled by the RBI and monitored for different commercial bank. That is called as quantitative method. Next is qualitative method or selective credit method. Qualitative method means it is the method that is given for certain particular commodities like wheat, sugar, all this, so that black marketing and hoarding will be stopped. So that is called as qualitative method. Now to move on to a deeper explanation on qualitative and quantitative method, I will explain what are the points below quantitative methods. There are 5 main methods which arises below the quantitative method. First one is bank rate policy. What do we mean by bank rate policy? A bank rate is a set of standard rate that is fixed by RBI on commercial bank for the lending of loans and advances. That is called as bank rate. You have two main policies under the bank rate. First one is cheap monetary policy. Here RBI reduces the bank rate and increases the quantity of credit. Next one is dear monetary policy of bank rate. Here the RBI increases the bank rate and reduces the quantity of credit. This happens in according to the economic condition or situation of the banking system. Either they can opt the first monetary policy method or the second monetary policy method. It totally depends on the hands of RBI to regulate the commercial banks. Next one, the second point is open market operations, OMO. Here in open market operations is the buying and selling of the government shares and security so that there will be a control on inflation and deflation, like inflation and deflation method or the situation in the economy. So here first point is inflationary pressure under open market operation when the purchase of the shares and securities is done, it occurs in the time of depression, whereas during the time of inflation there is a selling of the securities and it will help to reduce the reserve, whereas when there is depression the purchase of the securities and share is made and this will help to increase the reserves that is maintained by the commercial bank. So here it is totally based on the reserves that is maintained by the commercial bank. To maintain an increase or decrease of reserves, this open market operations is being handled. Third point, cash reserve ratio. In current rate situation, CRR, that is the cash reserve ratio that is maintained by the commercial bank according to the instruction of RBI is 3%, whereas it has another ratio that is statutory liquidity ratio. Here the percentage that is of current rate is 18.5%. These are the two main ratio which is maintained under the cash reserve ratio. In cash reserve ratio, the commercial bank has some reserves maintained in the form of cash for the handling of economic situation, that is lending, loans and other borrowings. Next is statutory liquidity ratio. Here the bank, that is the commercial bank, has to maintain some of the reserves in form of golds and security so that it can be easily liquidated when there is requirement arises. So these are the two main ratios that is under cash reserve ratio maintained by the RBI to control the credit policies of the commercial bank, that is CRR, cash reserve ratio and SRR. There is still many discussion which is going on this percentage, and also the changes of the percentage acts as an adequate income for the bank or reserve maintenance of the bank. Next point is fixation of lending rates of commercial bank. It is the RBI which fixes the lending rates of the commercial bank. Here we can see that when the lending rates are at higher, the credit creation also is at higher, but still there is some contraction which is made on the credit rates. Both are at higher level. This is given so that there can be some contraction in the credit policies, whereas vice versa, when this rate gradually decreases, then there will be no contraction, there will be expansion of this credit lending policies. It mainly based on the rates that is given by the RBI. Next, last point under quantitative methods is credit squeeze. Here, if this fixation of lending rates of the commercial bank is not been useful or been implemented properly, then this credit squeeze method is used, whereas the maximum amount is already fixed for the commercial bank and they have to give the lendings and borrowings only on that maximum limitation. They cannot go beyond that credit limitation which is been assigned to that particular commercial banks. So these are the main important methods under quantitative methods of credit control. First one is bank rate policy, second one is open market operation, cash reserve ratio, fixation of lending rates of commercial bank, fifth point that is credit squeeze. Next one. The next main point below methods of credit control is qualitative methods or selective credit control methods. So, these credit control methods or selective credit control methods are used so that there is a lesser black marketing or mishandling of the economic situation on certain commodities. So, here 8 methods are there below the qualitative methods of credit control. Now, let me explain the first point. Fixation of margin requirement. Here, margin means some percentage or the target which is set so that it will not go beyond that margin limit. When there is depression in an economic situation, the margin rate is reduced so that the economic activity will happen in a large extent. At the same time, if there is an inflation in this economic situation, the marginal rate will immediately be increased so that the economic activity can be controlled. So, these are the two main situations that will differ for the margin fixation according to the whether it is under depression stage or inflationary stage. Accordingly, the RBI will fix the margin requirements of the commercial bank, and the commercial banks have to strictly follow that margin. The margin means the current market value and the difference between the current market value and the value of the securities that is provided for that margin that is given for lending activities. Next point. Regulation of consumer credit. Now, in this modern world, to procure any luxurious item has become easy because of EMI. Here, the commercial bank also regulate this consumer credit, and it works on it in such a way that there is lots of economic activity that is taken place for the consumer, buying and procuring it and using it for their activities. So, here in regulation of consumer credit, the RBI tells that there has to make some down payment for the EMI. Now, for example, if a person wants to buy or take a luxurious car, the down payment of the car is 5 lakh, and if the car is amounting to 12 lakh, they have to pay that 5 lakh down payment. The rest of the amount can be paid in every month installment. So, here the burden of the consumer also is reduced, and they can procure the item also which they require. That is called as regulation of consumer credit. Now, most of the regulation or pressure is not given on this method because the handling of the consumer goods need to be increased for an economic development. Next one is control through directives. Here, directive means the strict policies or actions that is taken by RBI on the other banks or commercial bank who does not follow the proper or regular policies. Either they don't follow the lending policy rate or the margin that is fixed by the RBI, or they are not in proper track, they are not following it. In such kind of situation, the RBI will cancel the license of the commercial bank who are not following the directive principles or monetary policies that is being implemented by them. Next point. Fourth point is rationing of credit. Here, the credit is given for different items or different kind of situation. So, here rationing of credit means the fixation of limits for the particular kind of product or the particular kind of loan that is being asked. If it is an agricultural purpose, the loan rate is at very low. The credit rate is at very low so that they can enhance this agricultural sector. That is called as rationing of credit. Fifth point is prior authorization schemes. Commercial bank by themselves cannot give a guarantee or make loans and advances for the lump sum amount. Like if they have to grant loan for 1 crore, they can't by themselves grant or give that amount. They have to procure the authorization from RBI and only then they can give the amount to the customers. Next point is moral suasion. Moral suasion means the relationship between the financial institution and the bank. There should always be a good relationship between the financial institution and the bank. If this relationship is not maintained, then the economic development or growth will not happen gradually. Seventh point is direct action. Direct action means the action that is taken by the commercial bank immediately against the activities which they are rendering. If they don't take the direct actions which are being placed by RBI, then it will create a bigger problem for these small banks. The direct action will be directly imposed on them by the commercial bank by cancelling the bank license. Since they are not following the approved set of securities to be maintained and the loan rates and the marginal rates if not maintained, then the direct action will be taken by the RBI on the other commercial banks. Last point below qualitative method is repo transactions. Here repo transaction means the transaction that happens for the purchase or the selling of the securities. Here in repo transaction we can see two main rate that comes into picture. First one is repo rate. The second one is reverse repo rate. What do you mean by repo rate? It is the rate in which the RBI makes its lending to the commercial bank, whereby reverse repo rate means the situation where the RBI borrows the rate or the loans and advances from other bank. The borrowing which is made, it is the vice versa. On 22nd May 2020, the new repo rate is being announced for 4% which is of current rate. Same way for reverse repo rate, it is 3.35% and it keeps changing according to the economic situation, according to the economic transaction and situation that are been happening on a daily basis. This rates will keep changing. So I hope the topic for today is clear on credit control. Thank you. Have a nice day.